Hiking the West Fuji Loop. The trailhead is a 4-mile drive from the 210 freeway. The starting point is the Rubio Canyon Preserve trailhead off East Loma Alta Drive. From that starting point, a semi-loop hike can be completed. The difficulty rating for the hike is moderate. The hike begins. Helpful signs lead the way through the foothills. Looking to turn right at Gooseberry Motorway. My right turn has arrived. Gooseberry Motorway is the old service road for the power lines. Starting the looping portion of the hike by making a right at a junction. Ahead is an ominous sign with a stern warning. Although not quite sure what I was getting into at this point, I continued forward. Meanwhile, the trail seemed clearly visible and well-traveled. Once reaching the firebreak area, the trail started to peter out. Also, the firebreak was overgrown. Arriving at an old cistern. It was full of water. There was enough of a trail in the brush to keep me moving forward. Although long pants were helpful with light bushwhacking. Approaching Mount Low benchmark with West Fuji in the background. On the summit of Mount Low benchmark, the summit shots. Elevation 2,820 feet. Moving on toward West Fuji.
Perfect.
Fortunately, there is a discernible use trail on the firebreak. Pushing through the overgrowth. West Fuji challenged me with a steep slope in the final approach. On the summit of West Fuji, the Summit 360. Elevation 3,681 feet. A higher summit known as Mount Fuji is one of the mountains visible to the east. Looking down on Mount Low benchmark. On the summit facing Muir Peak. continuing past the summit. A good option is to continue forward to also climb your peak. However, that is another 1,000 feet of elevation gain. Perhaps I will simply let a viewer one-up me and report back to see how it went. While in the saddle between the peaks, I made a left to begin looping back. Right away, the terrain changed, where there were trees and shade. Then, the tree cover gave way to the valley below. While crossing under the power lines, a left turn is made. The trail drops back down to the trail I came up on. Then, suddenly, the loop was completed. Staying right returns me to the city. Getting some valley views on the way down. I accessed the trail app on my phone often on this hike to make sure I was on the proper route. That came in especially handy when on the fire break. Returning to the trailhead, mission accomplished. The hike in review. From the trailhead, it climbs to Gooseberry Motorway. The motorway connects with a fire break which ascends the ridge. The ridge arrives at 2 peaks before looping back. The return portion is downhill all the way back, which is a welcomed relief.